So, I'm here today to talk to you about some moves the Rays made this morning. Now, I wish I actually made a video about the Rays moves this morning, but I was busy with college. But now I'm not, so let's go ahead and get this video out of the way and let's talk about the moves the Rays made today. Alright, so the first move the Rays made today was trading relief pitcher John Curtis to the Miami Marlins for first baseman Evan Edwards. Overall, this seems like a good trade for both sides, really, because John Curtis is a solid bullpen guy, and Marlins do need some more guys in the pen. And honestly, as much as I thought Curtis was a good pitcher, trading him isn't really going to hurt the Rays at all. I mean, we did just sign two pitchers recently, Colin McHugh and Rich Hill, and one of them is most likely going to be a bulk guy, maybe rotation, like I said in a previous video, but and also we were like over the 40-man roster limit, so we had to move John Curtis. But who do we get in return? Evan Edwards, like I mentioned, their first baseman, and he is pretty young. In fact, he's only had one minor league season so far. He was drafted in 2019 and had he had a solid season. I mean, he had a very solid season hitting wise, and he's got some potential. I like that potential Evan Edwards has, so I'm excited for him, and I don't expect him to be on the Rays major league roster right away, obviously. I mean, I can see him being on the major league roster in a few years, so for now he's just a prospect we have, and I don't think he's in danger of taking over G-Man Joy's job this year, but if G-Man Joy does end up leaving in the future, we got a good first baseman prospect. And, of course, he's not the only good first baseman prospect we have, but, couldn't hurt to have another one. So, really, I think this was a solid trade for both teams, and I'm not really displeased with this trade at all. So, good move for the Rays. So, the next move I'm going to be talking about is the Rays trading catcher Ronaldo Hernandez and infielder Nick Sogar to the Red Sox for pitchers Jeffrey Springs and another pitcher, Chris Massa. This one was kind of, I'm not really that huge of a fan of, but at the same time, I understand why we traded Hernandez. I mean, I was a fan of Ronaldo Hernandez. I had hopes he could be our starting catcher in the future, but based off the moves we made this offseason where we traded for Francisco Maya, I hope I pronounced that last name right. If I haven't, just please correct me in the comments so I don't do that again. And Blake Hunt and Heriberto Hernandez. And it just didn't seem like Hernandez was going to start anytime soon for the Rays. So it made sense to kind of trade Hernandez to the Red Sox. But I honestly kind of wish we didn't trade with our rivals, And Springs and Massa they don't seem that, good at all. I mean, I get we need some more pitchers, get as many pitchers as we want, but I'm not really a huge fan of either one. But luckily we got pitching coach God, Kyle Snyder, so maybe it won't be so bad. But, Springs, he wasn't really that great in the bullpen. And Chris Massa, he's like 31, and, he's kind of had some up and down years. I mean, last year he was with the Red Sox. He was a starting pitcher. He wasn't really that good as a starting pitcher, but he can be used as a relief pitcher because the Mets did use him as a relief pitcher before he went to the Sox. So, who knows? Maybe he could be a reliable guy out the bullpen. Maybe another bulk guy, and, Springs wasn't... He doesn't really have promising stats, but he's not that bad. I mean, who knows? I mean, we always turn these pitchers into something, So, at this rate, I'm just got to trust the pitching guy, Kyle Snyder. But for now, not that huge of a fan of the trade just because of what we got in return, more than the fact that we traded Ronaldo Hernandez and, Nick Sogar. Alright, so the next and last move I'm going to be talking about isn't a trade. It's actually a resigning. Oliver Trich. Now, Oliver Trich did not have that great of a year in 2020, but I think that had to do with the fact that he was injured for the most of the year, and when he came back from injury, he wasn't the same, and obviously injury affected him. And who knows? He could be maybe coming back to the way he was in 2019, but for now, I like this move. You can never have too many pitchers, especially a guy has success in the system. So glad to have Oliver Trich back, but we'll see. Will he start out in the bullpen right away? I'm not sure, because last year in the postseason, he wasn't in the bullpen at all. I don't really remember him pitching for the Rays in the postseason, actually. So, maybe he'll be working his way back up, but for now, I'm fine with re-signing Oliver Trich. I like him, and it's good to have him back on the Rays. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video by saying that not really mad about the moves we made today. Like I said, the Marlins trade we made, I liked it. The Red Sox trade, not a huge fan, but at the same time, not the worst trade we've made. And, the resigning of Oliver Trich is good. So, yeah. Overall, it was a nice day for the Rays, and on the day we have pitchers and catchers reporting. And on that day, we decided to trade away a pitcher and a catcher, and re-signing a pitcher. So, yeah, that's kind of a funny thing to think about. So, anyways, one more thing before I end this video. I do plan on making more videos. I don't want to see what kind of videos, but let me just say they aren't all my videos aren't going to be just, post-game reactions, free agency news, trade news, retirements. I do have some more videos in mind that I've been excited to make. That's all I'm going to say. I want to surprise y'all. So, anyways, go Rays, and let's head back to the World Series.